Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone out there. It's time for some luck here on DSP Gaming. I hope that today I bring you good vibes and luck, although, quite frankly, I don't think today will be much of a chill day. Maybe I'm wrong. Why do I say that? Well, today is Tuesday, the 17th of March, 2026, which incidentally is the release day of the newest fighter in Street Fighter 6. I haven't covered a new fighter in Street Fighter 6 since the release of Mai Shiranui, which was like a year ago. I skipped all of that content while I gave fighting games a big hiatus and played classics like Capcom vs. SNK 2. And so today, I will attempt to learn the new character from the ground up right now, live, as he is brand spanking new. We'll go and try out his tutorial / character guide. Then we'll do combo trials. Then I'll mess around in training mode and see what I can learn. And then we'll go online and we'll have competitive matches against other people around the world and probably even ranked placements and some ranked play by the end of the day. Because, ladies and gentlemen, today is Alex Day. The luck of the Irish is in the air, and it's all I'm doing. No other gameplay. All right, so that's cool, right? And I'm excited. Hope that you guys are excited too. It's time for some throwdown action here today on the channel. So, how are you all doing today? Let's say good morning to everyone here on the morning show, shall we? Let's take a look. So on the YouTube side, who do we got? Dungeon Keeper's Mistress, Dab Hands, King Michael, Free JT, Tastes Like Flavor. Who else we got? Rose Diamonds, Mike Kelly, Phil, It's On My Face. That's a new one. Screeby. And I want to give a big shout out. All right, Glorious Draven 3 this morning before I turned the stream on, gifted 10 memberships to the community. So congrats to anyone on YouTube who got gifted a membership this morning. That was Glorious Draven. Thank you, Glorious Draven, for the early support of the channel already. That is awesome of you, okay? And we've also got Stuart, John, and more. On the kick side, who do we got? Spoons Zero, Antonio Brown, AC Installer, Transgender Asian, Fat Blumpkin, Flam, Ricky Dragon Steamboat, Aloof Liberty. Who else? Koopaloop, what's up? So good morning, everyone. It's early. You know, I just turned the stream on. Mike Kelly, I see you. What's up? Casey, I see you. How y'all doing? It's good stuff. I hope that you guys are ready to enjoy a new character. Now, Alex. Alex is from Street Fighter 3 originally, okay? I played Street Fighter 3. The day it came out in arcades, I was there playing, all right? And for those who don't know, at the time, Alex was actually intended by Capcom to be the new protagonist of Street Fighter. After having Ryu be the protagonist of Street Fighter for many, many years, they were looking for almost a reboot of sorts with a new cast. They were hoping that Alex was going to be iconic enough that everyone would like him as the new main character. And in fact, you may not realize this, but Alex is a pro wrestler based off of Hulk Hogan. That's right. Very true. That's why his rival Hugo kind of looks like Andre the Giant, the classic pro wrestling rivalry. So I have used Alex many times in Street Fighter 3, but I am well aware that he was also a character in Street Fighter 5, but I skipped Street Fighter 5 by the time that he was out. Like, I wasn't really actively playing the game because I didn't like it. I thought Street Fighter 5 sucked. So I'm not sure what changes were made to Alex since his appearance in Street Fighter 5. I only know his build from Street Fighter 3. In Street Fighter 3, he's a hybrid. He's a striker where he has some really heavy hits, like his chop is great. He has an anti-air shoulder. He has a standing roundhouse that has incredible range. It's a great counter hit move, okay? He's also a grappler. He has a command throw hyper bomb where he grabs you and power bombs you. He's got a aerial flying knee that catches you in the air and does a slam throw when he lands. He's also got some interesting tactics that are kind of tricky. Like he's got a dash elbow that's really fast and can go full screen sometimes if you use the meter burn version. And he's also got a unique move where he jumps and stomps. And dependent on the strength you use, and if it's meter burn or not, he can be confusing and kind of cross you up, okay? So, I don't know how he's going to play in Street Fighter 6. The thing is, in Street Fighter 6, what Capcom tends to do is take the base build of a character from the previous game and throw it completely on its head, okay? So, for example, Blanca. Does he play like Street Fighter previous? No. Does he have the moves? Well, he does. He still has the Blanca ball. He still has the bite. He still has the upward ball. You know what I'm saying? But he plays nothing like he did in previous outings. You know, they've changed the character build so much that they look the same. They may have some moves that resemble the old characters, but they certainly don't play like they used to. So even though I played with Alex in Street Fighter 3 a lot, and I kind of know the character build, I only know the character build from the late 90s and early 2000s. This could be a completely different situation today. It may be like starting completely from scratch. All right? Just being honest with all of you. Now, also, yes, it is true with this character, they actually got the real pro wrestler, Kenny Omega, to do all, well, not all, but most of the mocap for the character. So his moves are supposed to be representative of a real pro wrestler fighting in the ring, which is pretty cool. I think that's pretty neat that they had someone who actually is representative of who the guy is supposed to be in real life doing the mocap for the character. That's really a nice touch. I'm glad that they put that extra effort in. Now, did I watch anything previously of Alex? Well, the only thing that I saw, if you remember, was that we actually watched and reacted to a trailer for Alex, okay, which was his gameplay trailer about a month or two ago. And my initial impression was this. It looks like he has a lot of moves that are catches. What does that mean? It means that he has moves that he'll throw out there when the enemy is already attacking, and they tend to go around moves. Like he has, I think, a move where he shoots low. So if the opponent is coming at you, let's say with a drive rush, he could go low and hit low and then get a combo as a catch, right? It seems like he has moves that are meant to be traps, and then boom, you can counter hit the enemy. That's all well and good. Problem with that. What happens if the enemy is overwhelming you? Meaning, let's say they're in your face with constant rushdown, which the top tiers in this game tend to do. Can he get out of it? Does he have a true reversal where he can break out of that rushdown style in the corner, or is he going to get stuck? Many of the characters that I use who are mid to low tier in this game, they don't have true reversals. So without a true reversal, he might be in the same predicament. Now, it may be a situation where if you play him like Dalsim, meaning if you play perfectly, you don't make mistakes, right? You recognize what people are doing and you counter it with the move to catch what they're doing, then maybe he's a super good character. But from what I saw, it certainly didn't look like they were making it easy. Okay, to be honest, it looked to me like this is going to be a pretty challenging character to learn. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll find out today. Will he have good rushdown? Will he have... It also is going to depend on the priority of his normals. Because if he has normals that are just kind of average, then it's going to be hard to do anything with this character. Seriously, like this game, you need to have a normal that you can throw to interrupt what other people are doing, or that has really good range, and then if it connects, boom, now you drive rush, and now you can get your mix-ups going. See, Alex is a unique hybrid. He has throws, but he also has strikes. So maybe you can mix up, hit, drive rush, oh, I throw, or hit, drive rush, oh, fake it out, now do a high priority move and try to reset and do a full combo. So if he has that ability, that's great. We're going to have to find out today, okay? I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. At the same time, I don't know if I'm going to like the character. We'll find out. But I am playing with Alex all day long. Like, we are, this is set all day, both streams. First stream, more about just learning the basics, doing some basic online play. Second stream, getting better and probably trying to do ranked placement. So we'll see over the course of the day how things go and go from there. Shout out to Ricky Dragon Steamboat, who has gifted a sub over on Kick. That is our first gifted sub on Kick of the day. Thank you, Ricky. So here's the deal, folks. As you all likely know, when I play fighting games, the streams are a little different. And what I mean by that is I end up getting really immersed in the game and I end up playing constant matches and learning. There's not going to be a lot of opportunity to chill and talk today. unless I take breaks. So that's why we're doing a chill DSP morning show. We're going to build up attendance right now for the next half an hour, 40 minutes or so, to get people excited, to talk, to chill. Once I'm into the game and I'm learning and I'm playing, we're going to be focused on the game. That's how it is when I play fighting games, okay? So unlike Dragon Quest yesterday, or unlike when I'm playing Slay the Spire and we're talking constantly and all of that, in this case, we've got to focus, okay? I hope you guys understand. That's kind of how it is whenever you play an online competitive game, and that's how it's got to be today. But I'm still hoping that we can chill and enjoy each other's company in between matches and the like, okay? What's going on, Jade? It's good to see you. Welcome back, Jade. Jade loves fighting game stuff, so I'm sure he's excited for Alex today. Good to have you here on the stream. Emperor Ferbs, what's up? Good to see you. Mozzie, how are you? Mozzie with our first super chat of the day. It's actually a $2 super sticker. Thank you for that, Mozzie. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. To be honest with all of you, I am more excited to play with Alex than I was with Sagat. You might say, well, why is that? Very simple, because today is release day of Alex. So everyone's on the same page. When I played Sagat, he'd already been out for months and months. Everyone already had played with him, knew how he played. So it's harder to learn a new character when everyone already knows the character and you don't, than when everyone's equal ground. You know, today, a lot of people have no idea how to face Alex, so it'll be an opportunity to learn the character before everyone learned the meta lockdown strategy on how to own it. You know what I mean? So let's see how that goes today, hopefully well. I also got some Alex animations on the frame today. I don't know if they showed up yet. I'm sure they must have, right? If you guys saw them. And today, in honor of St. Patrick's Day and Alex release day, we've got animations for both. Whether you gift a sub on Kick, or if you do a super chat below $5, you have a random chance to see an animation of Alex or to see an animation of St. Patrick's Day. So let's get the look of the Irish going today. Let's get Alex going today. Let's have some fun today with Street Fighter. Good stuff. Okay, let's see what people have to say. It's your birthday today, Uniqueness? Well, congrats. Happy birthday to you. You gonna do anything special today? Did I order the stickless joystick? Well, there's no such thing as a stickless joystick. It's called a leverless controller. And the answer is no, I haven't ordered anything. I have not ordered it, you know. The way I see it is, I don't know if I really want to invest. It's not even the money, it's the time. Like, in order to learn how to use leverless, it would mean a significant investment of time, many streams of practicing, and I don't know if you guys are going to care, right? I don't think so. I think most people are going to be like, oh, I don't want Phil starting from square one and sucking at the game now. They're going to want me to be playing at a competent level, which I can't do if I'm using a different style of controller I've never used before. I don't think it's going to work, to be honest. Like, I think it would be an interesting experiment for me. I would enjoy it, but I don't think that the audience would be along with me, so I'm probably not going to do it. There's one of the animations right there. Punk Pina, how are you? 40 members. 40 members. 40 months as a member. That's what I meant to say. Saying, let's go, Alex, with a big flex emote. Sup, Phil, and chat. What's going on here? Everyone flex. Everyone flex together right now for Alex. Everyone do some flexing for Alex on stream, everyone. Show off your big muscles, your big manly muscles. Do it. Show them off. Who is the hottest Street Fighter character? Hakan, the Turkish oil wrestler, by far. King Michael, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Oh, there's a fake King Michael? Okay, hold on. Let me find the fake one. Yeah, this one joined 22 minutes ago. That's a fake one. Let's get rid of his ass. There we go. How am I today? I'm doing well, Ortega. I'm looking forward to this. I am. I hope that things go well. I hope that I like the character. I hope we do have some fun on this launch day of the new character. Seriously. I hope so. How's the workout plan going? Pretty good. Pretty good. You know, again, to the limits of what I can do with the free weights that I have, it's going good. But I'm looking forward to later this year, hopefully improving. Can I change to a green shirt? I don't have a green t-shirt. I do not have a green t-shirt. The only green shirts that I have a green flannel shirt and a green sweatshirt. I would never wear a sweatshirt playing Street Fighter. I'd be soaked in sweat because my blood pressure goes up when I play this game. The flannel shirt, Listen, I'm absolutely surrounded by green lights. I've got green right here, sure. I've got green leaderboard. I think we have enough green on stream today for St. Patrick's Day. Thank you very much. Can I flex one more time for round two? Here we go. Ready? Yeah, baby. Yeah, there you go. Nice big flex for you. You've been playing Rivals and WWE, Jade? How's the new WWE? I'm not playing them anymore. I'm kind of all wrestlinged out. Oh, it's funny. I'm playing a wrestling character today, a wrestler in Street Fighter, but I am all wrestlinged out in real life. So I wonder if they actually improve these things or not. You're watching my MK9 playthrough? That's a classic. That was a fun playthrough. That was when NetherRealm was staging their big comeback. They wanted to do something special. They had this really cool reboot plot line for Mortal Kombat. I really enjoyed it. That was a good game. Don't forget to disable Alex's Jam Project theme. Oh, thank you. We need to do that. Is it copyright striking on YouTube? Because it's a real song from a pop band, right? Or a rock band. So we got to disable it. You're right. I don't want to get issues with music on YouTube. Cyberhulk, yes, we're doing Crimson Desert all day on Thursday when it releases. And then I'm playing it again when I come back on Sunday because I got 2 days off this week. Am I worried that Crimson Desert won't meet expectations? Is there a backup game plan? It's this simple. We got tons to do. We really do. Like, let's say Crimson Desert sucks. We play it twice and it's like, oh, it's just not very good. So what? Let's maybe play a Pokemon game. We got Pokemon Leaf Green, Fire Red. Maybe we could try out Procopia, right? We got that in the meantime. And then within a week, there's other games coming out. So I'm really not concerned. Just to be honest, I'm not. I think it's going to be fine, but I think that it's going to be an interesting experiment. Oh, I know. Helixification says, damn, dude, going back to older videos, you were so chunks. You're heading in the right way with weight. Keep it up. Dude, I know. Like I said, right now, actually, here's the cool thing. I turned the corner a little bit. So I got my weight all the way down to 175 pounds. And then for like a few weeks, I was just stayed there. And I just weighed myself again. I'm up to 177. And I looked up like, I didn't gain any weight here. It's this. It's the muscle. Finally, I'm gaining weight, and the weight is muscle that I'm gaining. I'm like, finally, I turned the corner. I lost all the weight I'm going to lose, and now I'm gaining muscle. This is good. It took a long time. It took many months for me to burn all that fat off, but I got it gone. So that's awesome. Punk Pino with a $5 super chat and a flying Shoryuken. Says, do you plan to revisit Mega Man X? I tried finding it on demand. It's troll content or missing the playthrough entirely. Oh, there was a Mega Man marathon that I did many, many years ago. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see, because it would be probably in a playlist. Here it is. Mega Man X playthrough. It is very old. Let me find it for you. It is from July 24th, 2012. It was still when I had a camera pointed at a TV before I even started doing direct capture. That's how old the playthrough is. It is on DSPGaming. If you want to find it, it's a very simple method to find it. Okay, here's what you do. So you go, oh, what am I doing? I'll just show you. I mean, what a dumb thing, okay? I will show you how to find playthroughs on my channel. Ready? Okay. So, here's how you do it. Ready? There's another King Michael, another faker. Let me see. Yep, there he is. Okay. So, let's say you're interested in checking out my videography here. You want to know what games I've played. You want to find a classic playthrough. Like Punk Pina just said, oh, I want to watch Phil play Mega Man X. I'm sure he's played it, right? So here's what you do. You go to DSP Gaming. So here's your main channel page of DSP Gaming. Okay? Which is actually, this is exactly what it would look like today. Here's our stream right now that's on. Here's for you, latest videos, highlights, etc., right? By the way, thank you all for 10,000 views on part 1 of Resident Evil 9, and that's natural growth over the course of 2.5 to 3 weeks. That didn't even go viral or anything. That naturally gained that many views. That is awesome. Thank you guys for that. First time in ages that I had a playthrough do that well. I appreciate that very much, okay? Now, what you do, you go to the main channel page of DSP Gaming. If you ever want to see, gee, did Phil ever play a game? You go to the playlist tab. You click the magnifying glass, and you type in the game you're looking for. Mega Man X. Not only do you find part 1, you find the entire playthrough right there. Usually you'll find the final part as well. And then sometimes, aha, if I played the sequel or other games, there you go. And so I played X3. I played X4. I played X5. I played a ton of Mega Man X games, okay? So you could find the X6 incomplete. This is where I stopped playing because this game is ridiculously like just not fun and busted and stupid. So I never finished it. Look, I had Mega Man X week. Look at that. Back when I lived in Connecticut and I was twice the weight. Sheesh. Okay, so there you go. And then you could either go right to the playlist, watch the whole thing there.
What's going on, everybody?
All the videos will be right there for you, and related videos all there. So that's how you do it. Never, ever try to use YouTube search to find anything about DSP or DSP Gaming. It does not work. The AI algorithms are complete crap. They always favor people who use fucking horrible thumbnails, dramatic insults, bullying. They game the system to try to steal tags and shit. It's fucked up what they've done on YouTube. It really is. Like, this is just a horrendous system meant for idiots. Don't do that. You just go to the main channel page and you will find all of my content on the main channel page of DSP Gaming. Okay? That's how you do it. Fair enough? All right. Hopefully that helps you out if you're ever looking for stuff from my content. There's an insane amount of playthroughs and videos from over the years on that channel you can find. They call me Uniqueness. 23 months as a member, says Happy St. Patrick's Day and cheers to you. Cheers to you. And Cyber Oak, thank you for 15 months as a member. Says looking good. Keep it up, man. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's to you. Sounds great. Someone just tipped $1 and says, I admit you look fit than most 20-year-olds these days. I don't know about that. Many neglect fitness and diet, instead take the easy way out of mindless content and junk food. What is one thing that keeps you motivated in your muscle journey? Honestly, at first, the reason that I started doing it is because I just felt awful. I was not feeling good. I started to feel overly tired, lots of pain in my joints. And, when you don't have energy and you're only in your 40s, like, what happened? I'm only in my 40s. I'm not old yet. I'm just around middle-aged, and I should not be feeling this way. And the fact that I'm kind of having an invigoration on the internet, meaning I'm getting people to come watch me in a positive way. I'm enjoying my life. My life is improving. I got to do something good for everyone, not just myself, but for my wife and my family and everyone, right? I got to live longer. I got to be healthier. And so I said, I'm just going to start with little changes to the diet, little changes to this and that. And then I started working out with a very basic weight. I'm not even kidding you. I had a tiny 15-pound weight. And I was like, I just got to start lifting this thing. Okay, so I did. And after lifting it for like a week or two, it just became very easy to lift. I was like, well, now I got to get serious about it. Let's buy real weights. So I ended up buying a set of adjustable free weights, and they go all the way up to 100 pounds. And I was like, let's just start going and just, for the hell of it. And then I got serious about it because I started doing it. I'm like, well, now I need a real way to do it. I need to buy a bench. I need to have space to do it and everything. So I got more and more serious. You start from the bottom. You start with a tiny weight that is like nothing. But for me, it was challenging because I hadn't lifted weights in 100 years. But then I just started, getting real ones and this increasing, and that's all it is. It's a slow thing, a slow process. But no, I did it because I had to. I felt like it was the right thing to do, again, not just for me, but for my family and just in general to feel better about everything. I needed to feel better physically. That was a big thing. But, getting healthy at my age, this is the right age to do it. Changing my lifestyle, changing my diet. This is the right way. And now, my diet has completely changed. Okay. So I used to eat something unhealthy in the morning, a freaking breakfast burrito full of cheese and greasy meat. Then for dinner, I'd have like pasta with heavy cheese and meat and stuff like that. And then at the end of the day, I would have a big lunch meat sandwich with cheese and dressing with a side of chips. I'm not kidding. That was my diet. That was a day in my life. Okay. Now in the morning, I eat an insanely lean breakfast sandwich with egg whites and turkey sausage, black coffee all day, no soda, no energy drinks, just black coffee, 2 or 3 cups of it with filtered water to hydrate in between. Every day for dinner, super lean meat and healthy stuff. Today we're having slow cooker barbecue chicken, which is going to be just lean barbecue chicken, no skin or anything. It's just the meat. And we're going to have that with, in like a barbecue sauce of marination, but we're going to have that with corn and green beans. That's dinner. Okay? And then at night, if I want something like, at night, I have a protein snack. One of those little protein, fit bars or, So some of those chips that are healthy for you that are only like 150 calories and almost no fat, no sodium, but high protein. That's my whole diet. That's literally all I eat. The only other thing I eat is when you see me eating something for DSP Tries It. Or if you see me on a day off, I'll tell you, oh, we ordered out because we didn't want to cook today because I cook all week, right? So that's what I mean. Like, that I've completely changed my lifestyle and my diet. It's so different. And then when I'm working out, and when I work out, I'm working out, you know, different muscle groups. I'm doing lengthy workouts. My workout right now is about an hour long when I do it. So, yeah, it's great. And no, I don't take any protein supplements. I don't do creatine. I don't do any of that shit. Basically, it's all natural. Okay? Which is why, yes, I've been working out for months and my arm isn't huge. My arm is nice and big and toned, but it's not giant because I'm not taking a million supplements and shit. I'm doing it naturally. I'm just doing it through real foods, right? I'm not taking these crazy, you know, I'm just chugging protein shakes and putting creatine and shit in my body. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just doing it naturally. No, we're not doing cooking with DSP. I don't cook. Nice try, though. Free JT, thank you for a super chat. I didn't shout it out. Free JT did a $5 super chat, and he says, thank you for keeping me sane while I work. Thank you, buddy. You're welcome, Free JT. Thanks for coming by and hanging out today. That's our biggest super chat of the day. Well, thank you, King Michael, for wishing me a happy St. Patrick's Day. You too. No, I don't do Tekken 8. As I said, I can only do one competitive fighting game and try to take it seriously. There's no way that I could play more than one unless I was just a fighting game streamer. Like, if that's all I streamed, sure. Then I could alternate between fighting games, but I'm a variety streamer. I play RPGs, puzzle games, action games, shooters, you know, indie games, everything, right? Being that that's the case, I cannot invest enough time to be good at more than one fighting game at a time. So for me, it's going to be Street Fighter 6. If people want me to drop Street Fighter 6 entirely and do something else, I can. I did play Tekken 8 for 2 months when it came out, and I got pretty darn good at it. Like I said, I'm not good at Tekken. I openly admit it. I almost never have played Tekken competitively since like the 1990s. And I got all the way up to, what rank was it? Wasn't it like the purple rank? Wasn't it like one level before what's considered a pro level ranking or whatever? I never got that high because I didn't play it enough. But I did really good with Yoshimitsu in the game. I was actually kicking ass. So, but then basically it was like I hit the wall, and it was either going to be I invest lots more time to get to the next level, or we decide, hey, that's enough Tekken, let's go back to Street Fighter, or else I'm never going to go back to it, you know? So we decided to go back to Street Fighter. People wanted that. Cyber Elk just did a €5 super chat. He says, thank you for the insights. I'm thinking about changing my diet and working out as well. It's hard to begin and then sticking with it. Wish me luck. It's about, for me, I hope that this will help you. I'm going to try to give you some advice. It's about slow, incremental changes. It is not about giant, shocking changes. Because giant, shocking changes are very hard for you to accept or for the body to accept. You need to slowly ease yourself into change like this. So, for example, let me get you on the leaderboard, by the way. You are the top super chatter, $5.77. Thank you so much. So, for example, the first thing that my wife and I decided to do was change our diets. All right? So, I phased out any kind of drinks with sweetener during the day. Completely. Nothing with sugar, nothing with a sugar substitute, nothing. If I'm going to drink, I'm either going to have filtered water or I'm going to have coffee. Coffee is insanely low calorie, and I put nothing in it. I only drink black coffee. So between those two drinks being what I hydrate with 90% of the day, I cut all these extra calories and all this crap out of my body that I didn't need. Then we decided we're going to change the meats we eat. Instead of eating fatty porks and red meats, we're going to try to almost always eat leaner turkey and chicken. Now, I'm not saying 99% fat-free because that shit's gross. I just want to make this clear. If you eat that 99% shit or 98%, that's nasty. Like, it doesn't even taste good because there's no meat at all or there's no fat at all. There's no flavor. You don't want to be eating cardboard. You could still eat stuff that tastes good, okay? Get the one that's like the middle ground. Get the one that's like 93% fat-free, okay? At least then you get some fat in there. Like, for example, good luck trying to eat a turkey taco at 98% fat-free meat. It has no flavor. It's disgusting, okay? Get the 93. But anyway, you can totally substitute most of the meats in your diet with lean meats, and it still tastes good. You could substitute turkey for red meat 90% of the time, and it's going to taste just as good as long as you season it right. Okay? But that's the challenge. Finding the right balance, finding the seasoning, putting the effort into making it taste good. Once you hit that level, you're going to want turkey burgers and turkey tacos and turkey everything. You're not going to want red meat anymore, and you just cut a ridiculous amount of fat out of your diet. Just like that. Same thing with chicken. You know, I'm not talking fried chicken with batter and shit. I'm talking baked chicken, slow cooker chicken, chicken that you can have in a soup or something. That's the kind of chicken you want. You don't want the greasy fried shit. You don't want fried food. You want to take fried food out of your diet if you can, okay? So here's the thing. Once you have started to change your diet and lifestyle slowly, it's a slow transition. Now, it's easier to institute other changes. It's not about, today I'm going to immediately drop this food and just this drink and start working out and doing this. You will never succeed. That's too much of a shock for your body. It's about a slow easing in of the process. I did it over a course of years. Like really, it took me probably 2-3 years of changing slowly to get to the point where I am now. And then the thing is, once you have the better diet, you'll start to feel a little better. Or you won't have those burnouts where, oh, I drank sugar all day and now I feel like shit in the afternoon. You won't be like, oh, my body feels fat and bloated. Instead, you'll start feeling better. You'll have a little bit more energy. Now, slow changes. Like I said, how did I start? With a single 15-pound free weight. And that's nothing. 15 pounds is nothing. But you got to start somewhere. So you start with a wimpy weight. Don't feel bad that it's a wimpy weight. Who cares? As long as you're doing something, it's better than nothing. Start doing basic exercises. Look them up online. Very easy to find how to do curls, how to do, your tricep exercises, how to do a press, how to do all these basic things, how to do things with your legs. It's very easy, okay? You don't even need a bench at first. If you have a light weight, you don't need a bench, okay? Once you start doing slow amounts of exercise, it's just a few a day. You don't have to do that many. Spend 20 minutes a day doing it, okay? Once this becomes a regular part, what you're doing now it's fine. Now you're like, okay, well, I'm ready now. This thing's easy. I want to go to heavier weights. Then you get the heavy one, But it takes months and months and months. It's not, I'm just going to change today. That never works. That shock bullshit that people play, oh, just shock your system. It doesn't work. It has to be a slow transition so that your body is used to these slow changes. There you go. Dabhan says, for me, it was about sleeping. My diet made me sleep better. I had less acid reflux, less headaches. The older you get, you have to look after yourself. That's true. When you change your diet, you change your metabolism, you can fix a bunch of problems. And that's what a lot of people don't get. They just think that it's like, oh, my body's unhealthy because I'm fat or whatever. Just change your diet. And it's a slow change. It's not, oh, you immediately can't have anything you like. You just start weaning yourself off of those things. And this is the other thing I've said many times over the years, okay? Once you eliminate the temptations and the bad things from your life, you don't crave them anymore, okay? I used to be a guy, I absolutely loved a burger, a fast food burger. I would love going a greasy burger from a fried food place, okay? Or a fried chicken, right? Chicken sandwich, something like that. I loved it, right? Once you don't eat it anymore and you have other things that you eat that you start to like, you don't crave the bad foods anymore. And you don't keep the bad foods in your house. Like, let's say you know that you're addicted to eating potato chips. If they're in your house, you're going to eat them. Do not buy potato chips. Now, I know that might be hard. That's discipline. When you go shopping, you don't buy potato chips. Whatever you have in your house, you eat through. When they're gone, they're gone. That's it. You stop buying them. Because if it's not there, there's no temptation anymore. If you don't have soda in your house, you're not going to drink soda. Just don't buy it anymore. But that's the thing. So many people say, oh, I'll buy it and I'll wean myself up. Just don't buy it. Right now, I'm trying to think, do we have soda in the house? I think we may have a can or two of Coke Zero. Okay? I don't even think we have it in the fridge. I think it's in the garage, in our storage cabinet. The only actual soda we have are the alcoholic things that I bought, like the seltzers and stuff. That's it. I don't have any real soda in the house. So why would I want to drink soda? I don't, I have no desire for it, But that's the thing. It's like, well, I really need to go on a diet. By the way, I have 5 bags of chips, tons of burgers and stuff in the house. What? Then how are you going to go on a diet? You already have the food. You're going to eat it. Don't buy it. And that's the other thing, too, because you get people who say really silly things to me like, but Phil, you just did a DSP Tries It a few weeks ago. That was McDonald's, and it was 3 burgers. Yes, that was my bad food for the entire week. Every other thing I ate was healthy. Literally every meal I had outside of that was good. So you can have the one bad meal. And for the record, I felt like shit after I ate it because my body doesn't want that crap anymore. I ate, I'm like, oh, it's like fatty meat. I feel like crap. You know, I'm not desiring that stuff anymore. My body rejects it, doesn't crave it, doesn't want it, you know? Just like when we got, last week, we got the nothing bunt cakes for DSP Tries It, right? And I had a little bit of each one. Do you want to know how much else I ate of nothing bunt cakes after DSP Tries It? None. I had no more. My wife ate a little bit of the chocolate one. It was like chocolate chip. She had a little bit of that one. And that was it. We got rid of them. We didn't eat them. What I had for DSP Tries It, that's the extent of what I ate of the nothing bunt cakes because I don't crave the sweets anymore. I got them out of my diet. I don't want them anymore. I have absolutely no desire for them. So that's another thing too when people say, oh, why don't you get desserts and stuff for DSP Tries It? So I could throw it out? I don't eat it. I don't eat it. If I crave a dessert, I eat a tiny bit of it and that's it. I'm done. I don't really want it anymore. Someone just tipped $1. You can take this with a grain of salt if you believe this person or not. They say, no lie, I subbed soda for seltzers. I started having turkey hot dogs and rice after you mentioned it, and I've lost a ton of weight. Your trolls, most of them don't even lift weights or eat healthy. I love hearing you talk about this. Make a new segment, life and health advice. I feel like I'm on my way to getting truly healthy. I'm just not there yet. I feel like I am getting there. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if I get this weight machine, which I really want to get, then I'll get there because then I'll be able to do all the exercises I want as fast as I want, adjusting the weights easily. Like I feel like I'm actually gonna get like really fit and toned and everything if I get this machine. But right now it's a time issue. Like we haven't had time to really go out and do much in regards to it. We really want to do it, but we're busy as shit. So we're hoping that we'll be able to do that this year. That'd be great. Beef Supreme has tipped $1. Says, good day, sire. I agree. Superset workouts at the gym. I'm on a modified keto diet, low carb, high fat, on the path to being leaner and shredded than LTG. Ha ha ha. Well, good for you. I'm certainly not there. Like I said, for me, it's just been basic diet shifts and changes, adjustments, and working out with basic exercises with free weights. And that's it. I haven't been doing any of the crazy shit you're doing. But good for you if that's the case. It's weird certain tips don't get animations. They get read without a name. It's because people are like tipping dollars and stuff. There's only animations for $5 and up. It's always been that way. But for small super chats, there's animations. But not for like small tips and stuff like that. Yes, there's an earthquake in Washington right now. Hence why my chair is vibrating like this. See? Whoa, 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 whoa. That's actually just me wiggling my foot. I have my legs crossed. Like my right leg is up on my left. And I'm just wiggling my foot a little, and it makes the whole chair go whoa, 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 whoa. What do I think of DLSS 5? So there is a new technology NVIDIA is rolling out soon. What it's supposed to do is generate better lighting in games, okay, and graphics in general using AI. And they rolled it out in examples, like for example, in Resident Evil 9, they showed you like what Grace would look like before and after. And immediately everyone on the internet started complaining, oh, it's AI, oh, it's AI. And people even started memeing saying, oh, look, it changed her facial structure and she looks cartoonish. And then people actually said, no, you're lying. Like, that's not doing that at all. It's actually just adding better lighting, natural lighting. And the only reason you don't like it is because it's AI. If a human sat there and took the time to do it painstakingly, you'd applaud it and love it and say it's gorgeous. But because AI is doing it, you're hating on it, right? So anyway, it doesn't look so bad to me as long as it looks natural. In the case of like Grace, that shot that they're using, it actually looks pretty good. I think it does make her look like a real human as opposed to in-game lighting, which doesn't always look realistic. It actually makes it look almost photorealistic, okay? There may be situations where it won't, or it'll make it look stupid. I don't know. I think they're also saying that, like, realistically, no one could do it right now anyway. Like, it's not... You couldn't even do it on a base level NVIDIA card. Like, this is like running on a dual card setup, crazy shit. Like, maybe eventually the common person could do this, but it's not like something that's going to be easily adoptable right away. I guess we'll just have to see. We'll have to see once this stuff starts getting implemented, you know? Already, everyone hates frame generation. They're like, oh, frame generation is the cop-out. Oh, you know, instead of making these game engines run better, they're just saying use frame generation to make it look smoother, when in reality, it's choppy without it. For me, it's like, well, I'm playing a game. The level of detail looks great. And for the record, I can now pause a game and take a screenshot, or at any moment, I could be recording the game and pause my video at any moment to make a thumbnail, and every single frame looks good. It's not like, oh, I freeze framed the game and it looks like shit because the game blurred it out just for the sake of frame generation. It looks good. So I don't know where the complaints are coming from. Like, are they real or fake frames? Well, they're fucking real. I could see them. I'm not hallucinating frames. They exist. Maybe AI generated them, but the frames are there. So what am I complaining about? I don't know. Layla the Witch, I think that the answer is clear there. She says, how important are graphics to you? Would you rather a mid-game with amazing graphics or an amazing game with mid-graphics? So what you're asking me is, would I rather play RimWorld, or would I rather play The Order 1883, right? That's your question. The answer is RimWorld. RimWorld is the far superior game. Even though it actually looks bad, it does. Those graphics are like Flash graphics. The game is a better game. The gameplay elements are sound, very complex. There's layers upon layers of interesting content there. The Order 1886 is just a game where you run around and shoot generic enemies, and it looks pretty. And it, you know, there's nothing special about it at all. How's everyone doing? We got a lot more people on the stream now. We'll hang out for a few more minutes before we start up with Alex in Street Fighter 6. All right. Thank you guys for the early support. Those who have supported the stream, I appreciate it. Like I said, once I start in the game, I'm going to have to focus a lot. All right. I'm not going to be able to hang out with you guys as much. That's why I wanted to do a fun morning show. Thanks for being here early. But I got to focus on learning Alex today. Please understand that. That's why I'm happy for those of you who supported early. Thank you for doing so. Hopefully we will have a, great, well-supported day of Alex gameplay here on the channel. The blog says frame gen is being pushed because they could slap the AI label on it, which draws in huge investor cash. That's interesting. That could be true. You're right. Jade says this year's showcase is CM Punk. Oh, in the WWE game? It's interesting. Uniqueness is saying that it's hard to get combos and execution with Alex. Well, we'll see. We shall see. Will I return to CVS 2 to get revenge on Spider-Dan? There's no point. The game's already dead. I mean, it's been dead for ages. I've explained to you guys the way that these collections work, these legacy collections that Capcom releases, is they hire a third-party company to slap them together quick. The company slaps them together incredibly quick with bare-bones features and no content whatsoever, no crossplay, nothing, right? So the games come out, the fighting game community plays them for a couple of months, and then immediately gravitates right back to pirating everything and playing it on Fightcade. And that's exactly what's happened. Everyone just went back and played CVS 2 on Fightcade. So, there you go. There you go. Beware of Bob did a $5 Canadian super chat. First of all, let's see what that converts to here. How are Canadian dollars doing this morning? That's $3.65. And he says, your body wants to constantly stock fat. We evolved past the need to store so much fat, so just tell your body to look like Brad Pitt. There you go. Just tell your body to do that. Say, stop storing that fat. Well, in reality, you just be pooping and peeing constantly. If your body didn't store it, it has to pass it somewhere. So every time you eat, you'd be running to the toilet. Layla the Witch, thank you for becoming a member this morning, Layla. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you for the support. All right, last few minutes, probably like 10 more minutes of chilling, and then we will get to Alex, all right? So if you guys want to ask me any questions, you have any discussion, you want to get going here, now would be the time. Fashion show music playing? Yes, this is me. I'm showing off my fashion and my muscles here on the stream. So I have the correct Ashante music playing. Ashante on the catwalk, on the catwalk. What is it called? Electronic Drum High Dark Tech House. That's what they're called, this song. That's very exciting. Oh, no, here's what I saw, because someone just said, did you see any of the changes that have happened today with Alex? Because every time they release a new character, they tweet the game. Apparently, everyone hates the changes. Everyone's like, so, and this is the Street Fighter community. This isn't me. The actual Street Fighter community is speaking up again, and they're saying, we want major change. We want the game to feel different. We want rebalancing. Once again, all Capcom has done is minor tweaks that will not change the meta, and the game will play exactly the same, and we're disappointed. To which I respond, if that's the case, why do you keep supporting the game? If the FGC collectively has said Street Fighter 6 is bland and boring, you haven't changed anything with these rebalances, the game is too repetitive and we want new stuff, then why keep supporting the game? Because if you keep coming back to the game, buying the new characters, streaming the game, playing it in tournaments, and making it seem like the top fighting game, guess what? Capcom won't improve it. What motivation do they have to change the game when you keep playing it and it keeps making money? If you truly want change, then stop fucking playing it. Say, we're not going to play this shit. We're going to stop playing it in tournaments. We're going to stop streaming it because the game is boring. You haven't improved it in a year and a half. You're fucking up, so we're not going to play it till you do something. And then I guarantee you, if all the top players collectively said, we're taking a month and a half off, good luck, Capcom, Capcom would fix the game. They would immediately run out and patch it and fucking rebalance it. For sure. 100% they would. Because they don't have another game on deck. They don't have Street Fighter 7 ready to go. So they have to listen. Because if their game dies, their whole fighting game division crumbles. There's a whole fucking tournament circuit that would just fall apart. They have to have everyone playing and hyping the game. So if everyone just put their heads together and said, you're not doing what we want, this is unacceptable, let's boycott it for a month, Capcom would listen and fix it. But instead, wait a minute, I need the bread, I need the money, I need people to toss money at me and act like it's hype and everything. So they never gave us. It's all about the money, man. It always is. It's always about the fucking money. 100%. What happened the entire time Street Fighter V was out and I hated it? I refused to play it. I said, fuck that game. The game is terrible. I hate the fucking game. I'm not going to play it. And I didn't. I skipped it. Literally skipped the fucking game after its launch. I was like, this game is terrible. I'm not doing it. When Street Fighter 6 came out, I definitely acknowledge it's better than 5. I don't love it, but it's way better than 5. That's why I tolerate the nonsense. Okay? But I still get frustrated. What do I do when I get frustrated? I stop playing it. I didn't play it for a year. And then people wanted me to come back, so I did. These people never put their money where their mouth is. They just sit there and whine and complain, but then they don't take action. So then the bad behavior continues because you enable it. It's exactly the same thing that happens with Nintendo fans. They complain, Nintendo's doing everything wrong. They're not improving the console like we want. They're putting out shitty versions of Pokemon that run like shit. And then what did they do after they complain? They go spend a ton of money on Nintendo. So Nintendo doesn't change, because why would they? You keep showering them with money. You're the dummy, not them. It's the same situation. It really is. These fanboy communities just can't fucking learn. So I do find it hilarious, 100%, that in regards to Street Fighter 6, the community is like, oh, once again, Capcom puts out a new character, but doesn't tweak the game, doesn't improve the game. We're so upset. Here, let me go play Street Fighter 6 nonstop. That's not how you get what you want. Sorry, Street Fighter community. You got to be smarter than that. I received a $2 tip. Do you think you've lost your Connecticut accent over time? It felt stronger in your older videos. I think I've just learned to speak better over time. You know what I mean? Like, over the 18 years that I've been a creator, every single day I'm in front of an audience of hundreds and then rebroadcasted to thousands. And I've just learned to enunciate better. I've learned to speak better. And because of that, all my old mannerisms are gone. I used to be part of the Street Fighter community. I used to talk in a certain way. I used to have a little dialect and lingo that was all part of that community. I lost that over time because I'm not part of that community anymore, right? What's that? Were there any Xbox or PlayStation gimmicks that you or people protested against? Protested against? I don't think I ever protested, but there were definitely things that I stood against back in the day, particularly when I was a big creator in the gaming space on YouTube. You know, when they were going all motion controls, I made it a point to buy everything and play it to expose how bad it was. Do you remember when the Kinect originally came out and Xbox kept pushing it as the future of gaming? So I bought the Kinect and showed it doesn't fucking work. Like, I played every Kinect game. And 90% of them did not control well whatsoever. Even in my big living room, it still didn't work. And everyone wanted to try to make excuses. Like, there's no excuse. The fucking Kinect it sucks. The whole idea of everything being motion controls is not a good idea. It's the technology's not there. It's not refined enough for them to be trying to sell this device right now. And then PlayStation tried to do it with the PlayStation Move. And I bought all the PlayStation Move stuff to show people what worked and what didn't. Admittedly, PS Move worked way better than the Kinect, but it was still a gimmick. And after a few months, it died. No one cared about it anymore. So, yeah, back then, that was one of the big things that I liked to do, was expose things that were bad. And particularly, I still do it today. I just got that shitty-ass Virtual Boy, which is basically a way for you to play Virtual Boy by yourself, and that's it. Can't capture from it, can't stream it. It's just a peripheral to make you feel like you're playing the original Virtual Boy from the 90s, which I guess is nice if you want that gimmick, but it's certainly not worth $100. So I was able to show you that, and a ton of people said, oh, wow, what a ripoff. Same premise. Ladle of the Witch, thank you for $5. Are you excited for Crimson Desert, the leaked review compared the open world to Red Dead 2? Yes, I am. I'm very excited to see what this game turns out being. I hope it ends up being really good. We need something fresh and different, not from an established, known AAA, but from an up-and-comer, and maybe this will be it. I don't know. Someone tipped $2 says, what are your overall thoughts on Street Fighter 3? Did you play a lot of Q in that game? So, the thing is, Street Fighter 3 is not just Street Fighter 3. There's 3 versions of Street Fighter 3, okay? So, hold on one second. Excuse me. The original Street Fighter 3 was called Fight for the Future. It was the first game. It sucked. It instituted parrying and a new stun meter system, and it was not a good game. It was incredibly poorly balanced. Certain characters were way overpowered, like Ibuki was absolutely the best. Ken was like number 2. Surprisingly enough, Sean was good because he had insanely high stun. It just was not balanced. Like, half the cast were garbage. And like I said, they were trying to make Alex the main character, and he actually sucked. He actually was one of the worst characters in the game. Why would you make the protagonist one of the worst fighters in a competitive fighting game? Doesn't seem to make sense, does it? Then, in the second version of the game, okay, which was called Second Impact, they added in new characters, and they rebalanced the game, and this version was much better. They even had Akuma as a secret character in this one. So it was better. Still wasn't perfect, but it was a better experience. They had EX moves and stuff in the game now. Then, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. That's when they hit the perfection. They finally balanced the game enough where, yes, there was established top tier, but more characters had a chance to hang competitively. The parry system was refined, had different kinds of parries, like regular parries, red parries. The EX moves were better implemented. Being able to select, multiple different supers and builds and things. Just the game was just really good. And that's why to this day, people still play Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Now, did I play a lot of Q? No. It was not my style of character. In Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Ken was always my main character, but I also played with Urien, Hugo, a little bit of Oro. I did use Alex, a little bit of Ryu, and a little bit of Akuma. Not too much, but, there's Shoto, so the basic Shoto gameplay. You can usually play with the Shotos in each game. I never played with Yun and Yang. I really barely ever played Q. Never really Remy, not really Necro. I tried Necro a tiny bit, but not much. There's just certain characters that were more my style, I guess I would say. And, yeah, but no, definitely I didn't play with Q that much. Dabhan says Street Fighter 4 Vanilla was the golden era. Well, the reason that Street Fighter 4 Vanilla was the golden era was because it was the reinvigoration of fighting games. It was the fighting game renaissance. There was actually like a Dark Ages 10 years. That was like the very late 90s, early 2000s until the full worldwide release of Street Fighter 4, where Capcom wasn't making competitive fighting games anymore. So because of that, the community was just dragging their feet playing the big four, which was Capcom versus SNK 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. And they had nothing else to play. That was it. Those are 4 games that they had to keep playing for a decade because Capcom would not put out new fighting games. They were focused on Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, and other things. So because of that, when Street Fighter 4 finally came out and it ended up being good, like visually looked great for the time, had awesome gameplay mechanics that you'd never seen before. Like they really put a lot of effort into it. It felt like it was a complete reinvigoration, or if that's even a word. It felt like the community was injected with adrenaline again. And people were coming out of retirement and people were so excited for the return of fighting games in a big way. And that, again, led a movement, right? Where people now are into fighting games again. So then Mortal Kombat returned in a big way. And then Tekken got a big push, you see? Because Street Fighter got that injection of attention and became mainstream again. All the other fighting games also gained more prominence. So it kind of worked out. Can you argue that was the golden era? Probably. Because that was the time of full reinvigoration. And also, it went hand in hand with the fact that content creation online was exploding at the time. For the first time ever, people were able to share their experiences, their matchups, their things online and instantly show the world things that they learned, matches that were competitive, how to play good at the game. You couldn't do that before. Before, it was like you had to be at the tournament to see it. Now it was broadcast worldwide on YouTube for the first time. So it was like hand in hand, these big groundbreaking things were happening together in tandem. Okay. Are we good, guys? Are we ready to start? All right. I think what we'll do, well, thank you for a great morning show. I appreciate that. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I did. I think it's time to start messing around with Alex. Let's learn this new character from the ground up. And let's go. Now, reminder, as I stated, when I play fighting games, I have to focus on them. So please understand, when I'm playing this game, it's going to be me focused on it very heavily. I'm not going to be able to talk with you guys that much. I will try. I will do shout outs for contributions between matchups and between training. It's going to be a lot of investment of time today. I mean, I'm probably going to be playing with him for around 3 hours on this stream and 2 hours tonight. I'm hoping that by the end of today, we're good enough with Alex that I can maybe even do his ranked placements and see how we do. I don't know. I don't know how he's going to play in this. Like, really, I have no clue how he's going to play in this because, you know, you take a character from Street Fighter 3 and you try to put him in a modern fighting game. It's like, how? Street Fighter 3 was based on the parry system, and this game doesn't have that. It has a completely different parry system. So I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll find out. Thank you, everyone, for the early support, everyone who did. Let's go. Let's have a great day today of Alex, and let's have a great St. Patrick's Day. I wish you all the best here on St. Patrick's Day. Hope you have a great, lucky day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we'll do another morning show where we'll talk all about how today went, okay? Thank you, guys. See you then.